So today I want to talk about Black Ops 5 or whatever it's going to be called. I guess you could just call it COD 2020, but honestly, we don't even know if we can call it COD 2020 either, because we don't know even if this game is going to come out in 2020. And I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about here, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's been this, thing that people have maybe been talking about. You may have heard of it, but this COVID-19 thing, and it's been shutting down literally everything, it seems like. I mean, it's actually insane how much everything's being shut down. I mean, in my state, I know that I can't even leave my house under law unless it's for essentials or emergency. So I think that we could kind of understand all what's going on here. I mean, it'd be hard fought to find someone who doesn't know what's going on with all of this. But of course, we're not going to talk about anything important like, the virus and maybe its deadliness or its contagiousness or however you say words or whatever. Instead, we're going to focus on what's important here on this channel, and that is of course COD 2020 and whenever we're supposed to get zombies again, because as we all know, there's no zombies in Modern Warfare, and I personally was looking forward to return to zombies with COD 2020, but we don't know if that's going to happen or when it's going to happen. Eventually it's going to happen, but we just don't know how it's going to be affected and what's going to happen, because it's seeming more and more likely that Call of Duty 2020 is going to get delayed because of COVID-19, which is kind of unfortunate, but I think that's probably what's going to happen. And it's not any good delay, because a lot of people say, hey, let's skip a year for Call of Duty and Call of Duty will be amazing, right? They always say that. I mean, and that's fine, but this delay that happens is probably not going to be a good thing for development. I mean, the only positive that's going to come out of this is that the developers maybe get some rest, but besides that, I mean, it's just kind of not even helping, because the thing is that they're not taking more time to make the game. They're not making the game when coronavirus is stopping them from going to work. I mean, they're not going to work, so this delay isn't going to make the game any better unless something special happens that we'll talk about in a second. But I mean, for the most part, it seems like this delay is just going to delay the release, and the game's going to be in the exact same way that it would have happened without COVID-19 being a thing. And because of this, I want to speculate a little bit on all of this. I want to speculate on what are the possibilities that could happen with COD 2020 or Black Ops 5 or Black Ops Reboot, whatever it's going to be. And I think that there's really three main possibilities that could happen with this. And I want to go through all of them. And I want to start off with the one that I honestly don't know its likelihoodness, but well, let's talk about it. And this is that COD 2020 sticks to schedule and it releases in 2020 right around October, November, wherever it may be, whenever Call of Duty normally releases, and that's what happens. And looking at this, I don't know if it would be the greatest idea, because a lot of the developers aren't able to go to work, so you're taking resources away from the game's development, and I just can't imagine that being the greatest thing for the game. I mean, we always see what happens when developers don't get to finish their games and they release them anyways, and they come out kind of bad, and I just kind of don't want to see that again. And I think that that's probably what's going to happen if they go and decide to make the game in such a way and release it when it probably should be delayed. And that's what I'm mainly worried about. And also, I'm worried about the marketing for this game, because we all know how cool marketing could be for Call of Duty. I mean, Modern Warfare kind of didn't get the memo, but all the other Call of Duty games normally market their game and everybody gets really hyped for them because of how well the marketing is done. But I mean, how is this going to affect marketing? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a good thing, bad thing. I just don't know, because normally we'd start seeing some stuff for COD 2020 in 1 or 2 months, rather in April or May is when we start seeing our very first information. So are we going to start seeing the marketing then, or what's going on with that? And it just leaves a lot of questions if they do plan to keep the same release date that we normally see with Call of Duty, because we just don't know exactly what's going to happen. But of course, this leads us to the other possibility for what could happen, and this is a delay, but not a very long delay. Instead, this delay is just going to replace the time the developers missed. And what I mean by that is, let's just say the developers weren't able to work for a month or two, so the game only gets delayed a month or two. So instead of releasing in October, it gets released in December or maybe January. And I mean, that'd probably be fine, because it would just be like the game released in the same state. It'd probably be without coronavirus, but it would just be 2 months or 1 month later. And maybe that's the best course of action, so they might do that one. And it makes you then question, how are they going to handle marketing? Are they going to then delay marketing for the game? I don't know. And I think this is the one that I think most people think is going to happen, that we're probably going to see a slight delay, not a major delay on this game. And I think that this one's just the most likely one, that we may see a Call of Duty come out in December or something like that. But this leads me to the final idea that I could think of that could happen with a delay with this game, and it's that Activision steps in and says, you know what, we're not releasing Call of Duty this year, and we're just going to move the year up to COD 2021. And of course, this would mean that Modern Warfare would continue to be the main Call of Duty for the next year, which, I mean, maybe is a good thing. I mean, it's not the greatest thing for me, because, I mean, there's no zombies in it, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things to love in Modern Warfare, or I say a lot of things, but I only mean one thing, as in Warzone, but regardless, not really the point. So I don't know. I mean, that's really the only 3 possibilities that I could think of that could happen with Call of Duty's release. I think the second one, where they delay just, where they need to, just for they could, finish the game, I think that's probably what they're going to do, if anything, but we'll have to wait and see. But regardless, that's really about it. I'd love to hear what you guys think about COD 2020. Do you think it's even going to be COD 2020? Do you think it's going to come out in 2020, or maybe it's going to come out in 2021? Or, I mean, I just love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here. Just tell me what you think about this. What do you think is going to happen to the marketing? What do you think is going to happen to the release? What do you think the game state's going to be in when it releases? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. But regardless, that's about it for me. If you guys did enjoy the video and you do want to see more content like this for Call of Duty in the very, very near future, then definitely do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm gonna go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, or whatever it may be, and later, guys.